Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you would like to put your name on the top of this paper, that is okay too. The more times you have it, the more likely I am to see it, the more likely you are to get credit for it if I have you turn something in. We're going to start by looking at figure B. Figure B right here. We have x and x minus 4. If we cover up the ray, we see that they form a straight angle. So, the angles must equal 180 degrees and are therefore supplementary. Now, I would like you to solve for that x. When we solve for x, remember the first thing you need to do is combine like terms. Since we can't combine this 4 with anything else on this side of the equal sign, we just need to combine our two x's. So we're going to have 2x minus 4 equals 180. Now we're going to do the inverse of our subtraction, which is addition. We're going to add 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. We're left with just our 2x over here, equal to our 180 plus 4, 184. And then all we have to do is divide by 2. So if we divide this by 2 and divide this by 2, because remember we do the inverse of what we see, I see multiplication when I have 2x, that's 2 times x. So I'm going to divide by 2. 184 divided by 2. I'll give you a moment to think about that. Try to figure it out. Pause the video if you need to. You should get x equals 92 degrees. Now I want you to double check that by plugging it back in. So if we say one of these equals 92 degrees, then we're going to say 92 plus, right here, that x is 92, minus 4, but remember those are in parentheses. So we're going to do what's in parentheses first. 92 minus 4, 92 minus 4 will give us 88. 88 plus 92 gives us 180 degrees. This checks out. We did our math correctly. So this would be our answer. Now I would like you to get a protractor out. If you don't have one, please pause the video and come up front and get one. Use a protractor to draw adjacent supplementary angles so that one angle has the measure of 60 degrees. So you're going to take your protractor. The first thing you're going to do is draw your ray. Mrs. Winsley forgot to bring a protractor home. So now what you're going to do is follow the directions of what I told you yesterday. Put the center of the protractor right here. Line up this line with your 0. Once you hit that 60 degrees, connect it. Make that line up here and connect it. You might want to draw it a little bit lower and maybe more towards the middle. Wherever you want to draw it, this is your space. Now you're going to extend one of the sides to form a line, because remember supplementary angles are 180 degrees. So we form, oh my floor got in the way, we form our straight line. We had our 60 degrees here, so this would be what's left. If we made this our x, you would solve for that. Why don't we go ahead and try that? So we're going to do x plus 60 equals 180 minus our 60 minus our 60, get 120 equals x, 120 degrees. When we do that, now what I want you to do is go back to this other side and measure it and make sure that it equals 120 degrees. Please pause the video to take a moment to do that. Welcome back. Once you've done that, I would like you to flip the page. You're now going to move on to the On Your Own section. This On Your Own section. Now you need to pause the video once again, please. Work through these problems, and then come back to double check your answers. Please pause the video now. Alrighty, welcome back. This is our last section, ladies and gentlemen. So, here we go. We're going to do 4x plus 5 plus 41. Equals. We have a straight angle. Remember, if we cover that up, we see that straight line, we know it's a straight angle. It's supplementary. Our s's go together. So we have 180 degrees. Because we have that, we just determined these are supplementary, so I'm going to write supplementary right up here. Now I'm going to solve for the x. First thing I'm going to do is combine my like terms. 41 plus 5. We're going to have 4x because we cannot combine any other x's. 41 plus 5 is going to be 46. And it's going to be equal to, we still have 180 because there is nothing to combine on the other side of that equation. Alright, now we're going to subtract out our 46 because remember our goal is to get this by itself. Subtract out that 46. Take a moment to figure out 180 minus 46. Alrighty, if we subtract this out, we can't do 0 minus 6. We're going to turn that 8 into a 7. Turn that into a 10. Remember, we're just regrouping here. We regroup that set of 10 over here. We say it's 10 ones instead of 8 tens. Or sorry, instead of 1 10. Alright, 10 minus 6 is going to give us 4. 7 minus 4 is going to give us 3. 1 minus 0 is going to give us 1. We still have our 4x over here. Positive 46 minus 46, because we did that inverse right there, gives us our 4x. Now our last step is going to be to divide by 4 and divide by 4. We do this because remember we want just one x. So 4 divided by 4 will give us our 1x. You can write that 1 out front. You do not have to. Just remember if you have 1x there, there is a 1 out front. 1 times anything is itself. Our 1x equals, please take a moment to figure out what 134 divided by 4 is. Alright, if you divided that through, you should have gotten 33.5. Now we're going to do number 5. We see this little box in the corner tells us that that is 90 degrees. Since that little box tells us it's 90 degrees and we know the definition for complementary and supplementary, we're going to say it's complementary. And remember that it's the sum of the angles, so we're going to add. But there's a subtraction sign in here, so we still need to keep that. We're going to add these two chunks. So we're going to do x plus 2x minus 3 equals our 90 degrees. I just draw that line to help us keep it separated, our two sides of the equation, of the equal sign. First thing we're going to do is combine like terms. I can't combine anything over here, so I'm going to leave it right like that. Now right here, excuse me, x plus 2x minus 3. Well, I can't combine anything else with this 2x minus 3, so I'm going to do x plus 2x. This is going to give me 3x. Then I'm going to subtract my 3, and it's equal to 90. You do the inverse of what you see. The inverse of subtraction is addition. So we're going to add 3. 90 plus 3 gives me 93. Equals to 3x. I need to carry that 3x down. Now we're going to do the inverse of this. 3 times x, so we're going to do divided by 3, and divided by 3. Take a moment to figure out what that is, please. Hopefully you got x equals 91 degrees. Draw a pair of adjacent supplementary angles so that one angle has a measure of 15 degrees. So do what I told you to do. Create your ray. Create a ray right in the middle of there. Take your protractor. Put the center of your protractor right here. Line it up with that 0 line. And then measure to 15 degrees. Remember that 15 degrees is not a very big angle. So if it looks kind of small, that's okay. We're going to do 15 degrees. Make sure you label it. And then what you're going to do is follow the directions from before and take the straight edge of your protractor and just extend this line. Because remember that supplementary straight angle, 180 degrees. This other side would be our x. We don't know. This is some number of degrees. You know, this one's 15 and the whole thing is 180, so if you do 180 minus your 15, I'm going to turn this into a 7 and regroup. I'm going to get my 5. 7 minus 1 is 6. I would like you to go back and double check and make sure that this one is 165 degrees. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our Chapter 7.2 notes. I hope you're able to get everything. If you need to go back, please feel free to rewind and go through either of these videos. You may rewatch them. They would also be a good thing to sit and listen to study from at any point in time. Please ask any questions. See you later.